Welcome to this explainer. Today we're taking a moment to honor the life, the incredibly diverse career, and honestly the truly profound legacy of a man whose voice literally shaped the childhoods of millions of us all over the globe. We're talking, of course, about the legendary voice actor Peter Cullen. Let's dive right in, because as you'll see, there is so much more to this man than just the giant robots we all know him for. Right after his passing, his family released just a beautifully poignant final statement. They asked fans to honor his legacy by serving their communities, leading with compassion, and, quote, always remembering to be strong enough to be gentle. And as we go through this explainer today, you're going to see how that beautiful philosophy didn't just define his most iconic on-screen role, it really defined his entire life.
Section 1. The Passing of a Legend.
So on August 26, 2026, the entertainment world lost an absolute giant. Peter Cullen passed away peacefully at the age of 85. The Montreal-born actor spent his final moments exactly where he wanted to be, right at his home in Los Angeles, surrounded by his loving family.
And man, the sheer wave of grief that washed over the internet, it was staggering. There was this massive outpouring of emotion, especially on places like Reddit. You had users lamenting his death, not just as a singular, heartbreaking loss, but really as the tragic culmination of a brutal week in the entertainment world. I mean, this was a week that saw back-to-back losses of music icon Dolly Parton and the legendary actor Tim Curry. So for a lot of fans, losing Peter Cullen right on the heels of those titans, it just felt like a devastating blow. Section 2. Beyond the Autobot Leader. Now, when you look past the giant shape-shifting truck, his versatility was just staggering. I absolutely love firing through these credits because they're so unexpected. After some early stints on Canadian TV and the Sonny and Cher show, he moved into voice acting and built an unbelievable resume. Get this, he was the voice of Disney's melancholic donkey Eeyore. He actually created the terrifying, eerie clicking sounds made by the monster in the 1987 Arnold Schwarzenegger film Predator. He provided those massive roars for the 1976 remake of King Kong. He voiced Car, the evil robotic counterpart in Knight Rider, and get this, he even voiced Mario in the 1980s Donkey Kong animated series. His vocal range was simply incredible. And that incredible range, it extended all the way to the very end of his career. Actually, his final credited project before his death was voicing the character Thetis in seasons 2 and 4 of Amazon's massive hit superhero series, Invincible. Using that deep, booming register we all know, he brought this incredible gravitas to the leader of the Coalition of Planets. It just proved he remained at the absolute top of his game, even in his final years.
Section 3. The Soul of Optimus Prime.
So, where did the voice of the Autobot leader actually come from? Well, the resonant, authoritative, and deeply calming voice of Optimus Prime wasn't just fabricated in some sound booth, it was directly inspired by Peter's older brother, Larry Cullen. Larry was a retired captain in the U.S. Marine Corps, a veteran who served in the Vietnam War.
And right before Peter went into audition for the role, Larry gave him some advice that literally changed his life. He told him, look, don't go in there and play some loud, yelling Hollywood hero full of bravado and BS. He told Peter to play a real hero. And a real hero, Larry explained, is compassionate. A real hero is serious. A real hero is, well, strong enough to be gentle. So in 1984, Peter Cullen took his brother's advice straight into that audition room. He later told NPR that he was initially pretty puzzled by the gig because the casting directors literally just told him he was playing a hero and a truck. But he dropped his vocal register, got really serious, channeled Larry, and in that exact moment, he found the enduring soul of Optimus Prime. And here's the crucial point, and this is just an incredibly touching detail that shows you exactly who Peter was as a person. Peter actually gave Larry a cut of his wages for playing Optimus Prime. And he did this consistently, all the way up until his brother's death in 2011. He always knew that he didn't create that character alone. He built it entirely on the foundation of his brother's quiet strength. His dedication to this character spanned a lifetime, literally decades, starting with the original 1984 animated series. When Michael Bay launched the blockbuster live-action films in 2007, Cullen returned. He later said that stepping back into the recording booth was like slipping on a very comfortable pair of old shoes. And his immense contribution to the industry was officially recognized, first with a Daytime Emmy nomination in 2011, and ultimately a highly deserved Lifetime Achievement Emmy in 2023. Section 4. A Lasting Global Legacy. You know, working with Cullen was a deeply moving experience, even for seasoned Hollywood veterans. Invincible creator Robert Kirkman admitted that while he was directing Cullen's voiceover sessions over Zoom, he actually had to keep his camera turned off. Why? Because hearing the voice of his childhood hero bringing his own script to life made him so emotional he literally couldn't stop crying.
Fellow voice actor Eric Bauza cemented Cullen's legendary status with this incredibly high praise. He didn't just call him a great actor, he compared him to absolute titans of the voice acting industry, like Mel Blanc and June Foray. Bauza recognized that Peter Cullen wasn't just a participant in the Transformers franchise, he was its entire center of gravity. Following his passing, across Reddit and all over social media, this really beautiful thing happened. Grief-stricken fans united to honor him. They didn't just share their sadness, they repeated this iconic Transformers motto, "Till all are one." It became this powerful digital rallying cry, a way for fans around the world to collectively honor the passing of the man and the irreplaceable childhood memories he helped create for them.
So, that leaves us with the question, how do we best honor the man who gave a machine its soul? What's the real takeaway from a career that spanned decades and touched millions of lives?
Well, the answer brings us right back to his family's final request. We honor him by adopting the very philosophy that built his most legendary character. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. As you go out into the world today, whether you're leading a team, helping a neighbor, or just facing your own daily battles, ask yourself, in everything you do, are you being strong enough to be gentle?